Chris Horner is back with us now. He's an attorney and a senior fellow at the Competitive Enterprise Institute and author of The Liberal War on Transparency. So let's talk about that, because you're talking, you stumble onto the Lisa Jackson thing in the greater context of suggesting that this government is not revealing to we the people what it has the obligation to reveal. Can you give us any specifics?
Yeah, they're going to great lengths, and I'll give you a few examples. To avoid creating records, or what the law considers records, they are avoiding searching for records, and when they do produce them, they're actually destroying them. For example, they're using industry lobby groups as go-betweens with liberal activist groups to avoid the written paper trail, like the American Wind Energy Association served as the cutout between the Department of Energy during the Green Jobs push and the Center for American Progress. They used AOL out of the White House to strike these deals with drug companies. You give us $150 million in lobbying and ads for the Obamacare, and you get $4 billion in the bill. You conduct that deal if you have to conduct it on your White House WHO EOP.gov account, not Jim Messina's AOL account. The White House has established a private computer server, privately managed, to conduct certain discussions about UN programs that are subject to a lot of Freedom of Information Act requests, including by me, that they figured was a way to get around it. And they've even set up a very elaborate process whereby they bring in private computers paid for by the taxpayer, access the government server that way. That destroys the document on the government server, with the only traces remaining on the privately owned, though taxpayer purchased computer, and they're refusing us access to search it, claiming it's private property. I mean, this is government-wide. It's very deliberate, and it's often elaborate. And by the way, it's sometimes criminal, like the last thing I described.
I got to run, but I want to ask you, do they all do it? Is this something we see in every administration?
That Nixon guy had some problems, but nobody has approached this. At least there's nothing on the record.
All right. And the problem for President Obama, of course, is that he promised this was going to be the most transparent administration in history, and there have been some questions.
We're trying
on that.
We're trying to hold him to that.
Chris, thanks.
Thank you.
We're watching.